Okay, today on the Casady Stamps podcast, Samsung discontinues LCD panels, SLOBS, or Streamlabs OBS, now available on Mac, Canon EOS C300 MkIII coming soon, Super Pink Moon, Apple devices get webcams and microphones commandeered, the 13-inch MacBook Pro finally getting upgraded, and more? Yes, more. But first, we have to start with Samsung discontinuing LCD panels. I mean, honestly, right now, while there's a falling demand for TVs, monitors, and smartphones, it is kind of the perfect time to discontinue that kind of thing. And work on research and development over the next 5 years, by the way, for quantum dot displays, whatever that means. I have no clue. That camera angle is off. Hold on. Let me just go fix that really quickly. Anyways, Streamlabs OBS is now available for Mac. I have heard, though. I don't use Mac, so I don't know if this is actually the case. I've heard that OBS doesn't exactly get along with Mac. Yeah. On March 31st of 2020, the open beta program began for Streamlabs OBS on Mac. Previously, OBS was the only option for many streamers, actually. Many. A lot of them could not afford to, pay for paid streaming services. Was there really anything other than OBS that was free? Previously, you would need to plug in Streamlabs OBS through browser sources, which of course is the old-fashioned way to do it. I mean, you could still do that, but honestly, if you want to use Streamlabs and you don't have a really old computer, you probably should be using the native app for it. You could also use Stream Elements, which is still plugged in the same way as it's always been, through OBS. Anyways, moving on, the southeast US has been blown to smithereens by at least 3 tornadoes that touched down in Alabama and Mississippi. The NWS, or National Weather Service, issued warnings to seek shelter. That makes me remember back to May of 2019. When that happened, they actually activated the sirens before the National Weather Service warning became live. There were no deaths, fortunately. It was mainly structural damage. Fortunately, school was canceled at the time. Honestly, I've never, ever trusted school to keep me safe during a tornado. I will say that I don't know what happened after that, but at the time I wrote that down, the tornadoes still had potential to continue. Anyways, MatLab has been fixed on AMD CPUs. MatLab is a multi-jargon. It's a proprietary programming language and a numerical computing environment developed by MathWorks. Interesting. It uses Intel's math kernel library, which actually suppressed AVX2 mode on AMD CPUs, but they managed to fix that. The Canon EOS C300 MkIII may be coming soon. Canon's latest professional cinema camcorder expected to be announced on the day after the 19th of April. Announcement of a virtual press conference, obviously, to reveal new broadcast and cinema products led people to believe that the camcorder was to be announced. It supposedly has a Super 35 sensor capable of 4K without crop, mind you. It has an onboard de-anamorph, so, if you squish the image like you're about to see if you are watching the video version that, for right now, is the only version, and then de-squish it, that's what anamorphing is. It also has a false color monitor, requiring the use of an external monitor. It has the same body as the full-frame EOS C500 Mark II. And anyways, Intel is going past 10. That is where Intel wins. Counting. No other computer company has a grasp of basic numeracy. AMD is never counted to 10. What? The Athlon reached 9,000. I'm not sure if that was the original Athlon series that was discontinued in 2005 or the one that came after that. Nvidia got to 10 after skipping 8, but then it went directly to 20. Yeah, went directly to 20. Microsoft got to 10 and skipped 9, which, I don't know, maybe they're considering 8.1 to be 9? And then, yeah, stopped. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Apple did skip 9 with the iPhone, not with macOS X, I don't believe. But then they forgot that you don't just switch from Arabic numerals to Roman numerals. So, Intel, you win a little award. Congratulations, you know your maths. A super pink moon appeared on April 7th of 2020. Sorry to disappoint, but it's not actually pink. It's the April full moon that is named for the phlox plant, which blossoms pink in April. Now, this is a bit of infuriating news, even though I'm not a Mac user myself. It could still happen by other means on other operating systems. And you know, we care about our Mac user community. But remember, Mac users, you are not immune! You're welcome. It was recently patched at the time of writing this, but several bugs were combined and sent as a link, apparently tricking Safari into relinquishing control of the webcams and the microphone. Honestly, they are from years ago, and they only got more dangerous as time went on. Apple has rewarded the security reacher who found them a $75,000 bounty, which to me, oh boy, that seems like a lot to me. To Apple, it's just a drop in the bucket, though. Just a drop in the bucket to them. Anyways, schools are banning Zoom? Well, okay. Not exactly banning it per se. They're just discontinuing use of it. They're discontinuing the use of Zoom. Sadly, the alternative they go for is Microsoft Teams, which Microsoft Teams is not good. But vulnerabilities exist giving access to the camera and microphone, and private recordings circulate online. Now, they have said that these bugs are being patched, but it is potentially too late. And now, the last bit of news. The 13-inch MacBook Pro finally getting an actual upgrade. It is possible that it has a 14.1-inch display. However, I doubt that it will have more than 2 ports, but hopefully it does and is thicker like the 16-inch. At least the 16-inch is thick enough to support all the fans. To be honest, I highly doubt if my laptop is actually that much thicker than the 16-inch MacBook Pro.
Advice from Kiss Hades Stamps.
And now, it is time for Advice from Kiss Hades Stamps. Yeah. Okay, come on, Word, Microsoft Word, open up, please. You know how I mentioned upgrading your camera last week? When should you upgrade your microphone, though? That is the Windows key. When should you upgrade your microphone is the question. Head over to Podcastage for a more in-depth explanation of this. Basically, incremental upgrades should stop pretty much right away. I mean, honestly, The Samsung Q2U plus a Behringer Euphoria UMC22 can definitely hold you until an all-out upgrade. Even the built-in audio interface in that can hold you till an all-out upgrade. Honestly, some you have used the Blue Yeti for, say, 5 years and don't even think of upgrading, and then continue along down the line. My Sennheiser E835 will hold me, honestly, until I can get one of the brighter broadcast microphones like the Electro Voice RE27ND, or possibly an Audio-Technica BP40, because I do like the tone of it. And honestly, if you fall out of love, you obviously have the freedom to upgrade. For example, Mumbo actually upgraded from the Blue Bluebird, the original Blue Bluebird, mind you, to the Shure SM7B, and it fits his voice quite well. Do not upgrade your interface before the microphone, unless your interface cannot handle it, even with one of those inline preamps. Your interface will provide less improvement than the actual microphones. Unless you don't have an actual interface, then yes, buy a microphone and an audio interface, or a USB microphone even. And to be honest, most of your audience won't notice, but some might. And you should still want to deliver the best quality you can. Now this is an important one. Upgrade for you. Do not upgrade to follow a trend like a Blue Yeti or a Shure SM7B. Now, I'm not saying don't get them, but if you get them, it should be because you like them. The second most important thing is, do not go into debt. Do not. But the most important thing is to have fun! You're welcome.
This is YouTuber's personal. That's YouTuber's personal, everyone.
Okay, and welcome to YouTuber's Personal. We are being crowded out. Looks like we are not going to have that camera angle right now. The small guys like me can't really compete with the big guys. We can grow, but it'll take a lot of effort, time, talent, and skill. Basically, the best thing to do is to find your niche. But yeah, to grow your channel, definitely. Oh, look at that. That angle is not going to work either. Definitely put a lot of effort and skill in. Well, okay. Looks like it'll just be the one angle for this segment. I'm not sure I can live with that, to be honest. But yeah, we are trying as hard as we can to produce content during these times. I mean, I can't speak for everyone on the tubes, but plenty of us care about you. For making our channels possible, for supporting us, even by watching. To be honest, watching is the best kind of support you can do. Or also even because we just care about you. We do want you to be safe, and while YouTube does not want us to mention the plague, it does want us to remind you. Stay inside, watch YouTube, play games, do that sort of thing.
Personal segment. This is it.
And now on to the personal segment. You can see that I have gotten the other two camera angles working again. Yay! All I had to do actually was deactivate it and reactivate it in OBS. But I am glad that I got them working again. But yeah, weather is being typical Nebraska spring. I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts today. But yeah, on the 7th of April we had a record high, which of course was 85 degrees, if I remember correctly. Iscal degrees. On Thursday, we had snow. It was fairly nice on Friday. It was really nice on Saturday, and it was also nice today, which is Sunday. And if you have not noticed, I am back on the Sennheiser E835. To be honest, nothing's won me over yet. I have tested out the Electro Voice EOS C300 MkIII and the Behringer Ultra Voice XM8500, which by the way, I have discovered that it is a bad idea to try to fling the sleeve off of the carrying case. So it looks like I'm just going to be throwing it like this. However, I am going to be testing the Behringer XM8500 next time. Alright, VHS. However, another thing you may have noticed, literally just now, because it had not on the previous filming days, the third camera angle has changed. Now, I'm not a big fan of 90-degree face cams. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of 90-degree angle face cams. You see, this one's more of a 45-degree angle, if that. Which, of course, it's not quite 45 degrees, but yeah, for a side view face cam, I would recommend it being 45 degrees. And this one, of course, is head-on. It's literally sitting right on top of my main display. But yeah, I was sick and tired of dealing with a shoddy mount, consisting of a PVC pipe and a vacuum accessory attachment. Anyways, I need to get my headphones back on. There it is. I ended up putting it on top of my dad's old computer because that was really the only place I could do it, even though it is pretty much coming at me from 90 degrees. Due to me having a hard time finding news, I will be taking a break from the podcast. Hopefully it'll be short, but yeah, usable news is getting extremely hard to find because, well, let's be honest. I am not talking about what all the news is about. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for. I really do hope you've enjoyed. If you did, then please do hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But anyways, this has been Sadie Stamps. Cheers for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.